You're watching Yale at Night.
Early in the morning, me and my lady fight. Fussing and she cussing cause I'm up all night. I'm with Gail, catching all hell. But see, I won't tell. I'm sneaking, sending her emails. Thinking I'm a lie, got nothing to hide. All I did was tune in, then I hit subscribe. She getting real jealous, all the tribal bros get us. Got to tune in and tell us. Gail got all of the fellas. I wipe my feet. I'm here for Gail at night. I pay my bills. I'm here. So click subscribe. I wipe my feet. I'm here for Gail at night. I pay my bills. I'm here. So click subscribe. Yeah. It's Gail, let's get it right. That's right. It's Gail at night.
Hello and good evening, everyone. How are you? Let me know if you can hear me okay in the chat by typing the number 1 in the chat for me, please. Happy Saturday to everyone. I see we got Miss the amazing M&G in the building. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up button. The amazing M&G. Good evening. Hello, Jaden. Good to see you as well. And good evening to you, XL Pro. Can y'all press number 1 for me if you can hear me okay? If the sound is good. Press number 1 for me if the sound is good, y'all. If y'all can hear me. Shout out to Poppy. Can you hear me in the chat, Poppy? Press 1 if you can hear me, Poppy. All right, good deal. Thank you, Poppy. I'll get right on into it. False prophets. Let's get into the false prophets this evening. First, I want to thank everybody for coming through. If you're here live and if you're in the clouds, thank you for watching. Be sure to hit the like button for me. And for those of you on the playback, thank you for watching as well. So, false prophets. Let's get on into this. So often these individuals they're highly charismatic. They're able to attract and manipulate followers through persuasive speech and personality. They exploit the deep faith and trust of their followers, often using religious teachings to justify their actions and maintain the control. In some cases, false prophets may instigate or justify violence, sometimes resulting in physical harm or even death. False prophets and criminal preachers pose a significant threat to individuals and communities, exploiting faith for personal gain and causing extreme harm. Salute to and shout out to Velma Grayson in the building. Thank you for coming through, Velma. So, how did I come in contact with a false prophet? Well, Daphne Ford Sutton, who also goes by Celebrity Podcast and Queen of Accountability, gave a false prophet my phone number without my permission. At the time, I had no idea who he was. Still don't really know who he is. But now I have a face to put to the name, to put to the number. Well, after being like fed up with and disturbed with her erratic and aggressive behavior over the phone and the way she like unnecessarily harassed people, I knew I had to separate myself because I can't afford to be associated too close to people like that. I cut her off and stopped answering her calls and text messages. So she thought she would give this false prophet named Reuben Eugene Mitchell my phone number to have him call and text me to see if I would answer. Quite childish. Before I get all the way into how I came in contact with this false prophet, Reuben Mitchell, let me give you like a behind the scenes look at some quote unquote evidence that was submitted against a Mr. Gary Nelson. He's a licensed therapist out of the state of New Jersey. This will lead into the topic, I promise. And shout out and peace to you, Chef. Thank you for coming by. Okay, I'm not going to share all. Thanks for coming through, Shauna Ward. Excuse me. I'm not going to share all the evidence, just some that's going to relate to the topic for tonight. This is I believe, the first page of evidence that was submitted by Daphne against Mr. Nelson in a stalking no contact order case. That, of course, she did lose that case. Now, when you're going to court and you need to submit evidence to prove your side of the case, to win your case, what information do you put in your evidence? Because I'm reading this and it appears to be like some kind of like a resume, maybe. Can you all read this? Okay. Let me see. Okay, she says, my name is Daphne Sutton. I go by Celebrity Podcast on YouTube and the Queen of Accountability on Instagram. My husband's name is William Sutton. I am a mental health life coach and advocate for mental health. Our website, that's the website. I also hold people accountable for being dishonest and lying on law enforcement. I also hold people accountable for being dishonest and lying on law enforcement. I've worked with detectives in Philadelphia, Houston, Arizona, Florida, and Georgia, to name a few. It's not true, but let's move on. A lot of people dislike what I do. They hate that a lot of people respect what I do. Gary Nelson, which is Nelson Media and Drama Therapy Hub on YouTube, did not know me. His YouTube moderator and close friend, Gail at Night on YouTube, did. She was an acquaintance of mine online for a couple of weeks. And you said, what about holding herself accountable and stop lying to the courts and law enforcement? What about that, Velma Grayson? Good evening, Wally. Thank you for coming by. Now, my name was mentioned several times, but this is supposed to be about this issue that she had with Mr. Nelson. Now, this is what she presented to the judge as evidence that Mr. Nelson was stalking her. If I have time, I will come back and go over all the other evidence. It's 14 pages of nothing, which is why she lost her case against him for stalking in the no contact. The stalking no contact order request was denied. This evidence is a video of a live stream. This evidence is a video or a live stream all by itself, honestly. Or if Mr. Nelson wants to come up and he's watching and wishes to come over and discuss this case, then he's more than welcome to do so. So what is the purpose of including these lies into evidence? She's trying to build a rapport with the judge to make her think that she has a relationship with law enforcement, so she can't be a bad person, right? All right, the next paragraph go on to say, it says, me and Gail stopped talking to each other because she felt I didn't promote her page enough. When I blocked Gail, she started to harass me on YouTube. We both went back and forth for days in regard to why we stopped talking to each other. Okay, again, this is supposed to be evidence against Mr. Nelson as to why she needs a stalking no contact order against him. What does that have to do with anything? And she says, he did a video about her on YouTube. And as you can see in the picture, he spoke about her and called her a pretend therapist and a narcissist. He tried to tell his followers that she had a mental illness. He has since removed the video. Well, the video wasn't removed, it was put on private, but he didn't say anything about her being a narcissist. He didn't say anything about her mental health, any mental health issues. He can't diagnose anybody off the internet. He made he gave his professional opinion on something she called herself being a professional about, which was very unethical and dangerous information, and giving someone advice. So he felt compelled to react to it and correct it. But she considered it as stalking and harassing. Well, anyway, she is lying in this particular paragraph. I cut her off like before September 30th, actually, and it had nothing to do with her not promoting my page. I saw how she just likes to use people and take up their time as if she's entitled to it. When we were working on the Rhoda case, she became obsessed with Rhoda, started making up stuff about Rhoda, talking about Rhoda was harassing her by calling her suicide hotline through a spoof phone number, calling Olin's in-laws, talking crazy. So, like, no. Let me show you this too. This is 123. On here, this shows that we exchanged numbers on September the 15th of 2023. And here you see September the 30th was the last time she tried to contact me. These are missed calls. And these are all the calls that came from her. Hey, private nobody. How are you? Good to see you. Good evening. And so you saw the date of the missed call. If someone was ignoring your calls, does that mean that they cut you off or you cut them off? September 30th was actually the last time she called, but you can see the last call I accepted was on the 28th, right? And she didn't block me because on October 13th, when I was out of town, she sent me one of these nasty text messages. I thought I had it uploaded, but I don't. I will upload that if it's important. I think I put the text message in a short video and posted it on YouTube. I can go and check real quick if I can find it. But anyway, moving along. Shout out to Little Podcast. Thank you for coming by, sir. And Von Eric, good evening. Was I on mute the whole time? Then would you say defamation isn't stalking harassment? Why did she file for civil or protection or not? Wait a minute. Why did she file for civil of protection and not a civil defamation suit? Because it's free. Because it's free, right? Oh, was I mute the whole time? Private nobody? My goodness. Let me go back. I'm sorry. I gotta cut that out. Okay, this is the other part of the evidence. She says this is about Daphne. This is Daphne Ford Sutton. This is evidence she submitted into the case against Mr. Nelson. She submitted a case trying to obtain and get approved a stalking no contact order against him. Mr. Gary Nelson is a licensed therapist out of the state of New Jersey. This is what she says in her evidence. I responded on a live show to the lies and defamation from Gary Nelson. I had a guest on the show named Reuben Mitchell, and she put his phone number in the evidence against Mr. Nelson and have his name and number in red. Why would she do that? Why would she? That's a good friend. This Reuben Mitchell's her good friend. She said it on several occasions. He told Gary on my live show that he had no right bashing me twice online and mentioning my deceased mother as a licensed professional. He then told Gary Nelson that Gail is ruining his livelihood by bringing him into our issue. Reuben reminded Gary that he put me in danger. Reuben then said he had 24 hours to remove the negative videos or he would alert his wife of his extracurricular activities. Now, who are they to tell someone what they can and can't talk about on their YouTube channel? And you see how they throw little stuff in there, like little jabs, like his extracurricular activities. They just make stuff up and throw it out there at the wall, knowing nobody's going to ask about it, or, like she said, I got put out a lot of places. Where I get put out at? It's a lot of deflecting going on. She go on and she says, he mentioned Gary's full name and his practice. He also mentioned his immediate family, yet Gary never added Reuben to the docket. Dang, she want him to get locked up. Don't you want him to get in trouble? Why would she keep putting Reuben's name in here? Why would you put Reuben's name in it and the evidence, quote unquote, against Mr. Nelson? He mentioned Gary's public practice that is on his public page. He said he would also report his page. I then explained to my followers that Gary's videos were untrue. I knew Gary and Gail were working together, and I explained to everyone he didn't know me personally. I had guests on my show who supported me. My husband, William Sutton, told Gary to stop speaking about me. He told him he could speak to him if he had an issue. That if he ever visited New Jersey, he would check his temperature, and he didn't mean violence. Y'all believe that? You're going to go from Illinois to Jersey just to talk? Okay. He just wanted to talk. After the video, Gary responded on his YouTube telling his followers he was being stalked and attacked. He was. He called Reuben Mitchell a felon. He is. He then called me a mental health impersonator. She is. He was never in danger. If he was, why did he wait 18 days to file the report? If he was scared of Reuben, the quote unquote felon, as he claimed, why didn't he add him to the report? Dang, she want Reuben to get some of this. She really want Reuben to be on the docket. She want Reuben to have a mugshot. Her good friend, she says. Reuben's her good friend. Because I am their mark. Him and his moderator are trying to destroy me only. He did it because Gail told him to. Mr. Nelson, a whole grown man. And another state at that. I'm making him do a video. Okay. They're both targeting me. Me nor my husband have no criminal record. We have no priors. We have never been charged or accused of this type of behavior. Y'all believe that? One thing for sure, this is not the first time she's done this. She does this very often. Even as while she was filing these false reports, she was still stalking, harassing people on the internet. But, people are afraid of her for some reason or don't know what to do. So she just block them. That's what she usually do. She blocks them and then she'll talk about them. She may dox them, put their pictures everywhere, make fun of them. That's what she does. Hey, Tyrone. How you doing? Because y'all can hear me now, right? They were making threats. So let's see. So y'all heard what she just said, right? Regarding her husband, William Sutton, and regarding her good friend, Reuben Mitchell. I want to get your opinion on what you think he said and what he really said.
Your followers know who I am. Prophet PI, they should know who I am. I'm going to
Look how she's laughing.
dig up any and everything regarding you. I'm gonna look up everything about you, your life, what you eat, where you sleep at, who you encounter, and all that stuff. So the Bible says in Revelations 12:11, you are an overcomer by the blood of the Lamb and the words of your testimony. Everything that you've been doing over the years that I've recognized and that I've noticed is you're giving your testimony and you're helping other people through their testimony.
You see that? The person in the on the panel speaking is Prophet. This is the person that she gave my phone number to without my permission, and this is the person who was threatening me on this panel. I'm gonna find out what you ate, where you sleep, who you encounter. For what? This is supposed to be a prophet, a preacher. So what's your purpose? What's his purpose, you think? And then quoting the Bible. Let's go on.
One of the biggest problems with the world, as far as actually in the black, I'm gonna say it, actually in the black community, one of the biggest problems that I've noticed, me being a pastor, is the moment somebody tells their testimony, you got people out there that are going to gossip about what you're going through, but they don't want to talk about their stuff, And the main thing that I say to anybody, we're all made from the same dust. So what makes your dust different from my dust? But you have people out here that want to make fun of or try to bash people based off of their testimony, right? And then Gail, she should be ashamed of herself. She should be totally ashamed of herself. You would think she learned a lesson from the past.
I should be ashamed of myself for what? I should have learned from the past. What's in my past? What past? This is what I don't like. If I'm going to say it, I'm going to show it. He doesn't know me and I don't know him. So what past? Just bumping his gums and thumping the Bible at the same time.
But apparently she hasn't.
No. And do you think what Gail's doing is because she's jealous of me in a type of way? Because Prophet, I stopped talking about her on Sunday, but since Sunday, she's made 6 different posts about me.
You see how she put that out there? You think Gail is jealous? I don't have to say again what I saw in the courtroom, okay? I've already done that in the first couple of videos. I was hoping to be jealous a little bit, but I feel sorry for her in a way, but not enough to let her off the hook for the shit she's doing. But she always thinks everybody is jealous of her. She falls out and has fallen out with everyone who has helped her. Not everybody is a snake. Now, even her good friend, Prophet, Reuben Eugene Mitchell up here on the panel, who's up here caping for her, she mentioned his name, put his number up there and everything to the judge. in evidence against somebody else. It's not even, he's not even related to this particular case. Some good friend, huh?
But she said, I'm the one that's obsessed with her.
It's all got to do with jealousy. You know, you have people that, you know, like I said in Proverbs 30:15, the horse leech has $2, give and give. And that deals with the spiritual leech. The spiritual leech likes to attach themselves to people. And if they have nothing going on for themselves, that person, and I'm pretty sure there's some people in your live right now, this is going to relate to them. You have people that are around you. They're trying to dress like you. They're trying to drive cars like you. They're trying to live like you because their life is falling apart. So
again, I don't have to tell you what I saw. I'm just gonna say that. If you want to know what I saw in the courtroom the other day, you can look at my videos prior to this one. And Nikki has seen her as well. Nikki Nicole. Her name on Facebook is Nikki versus Nicole. She seen her in real life as well. And nothing has changed. She catfished them back in 2015, and she's catfishing people now. Everybody who got a case on her never saw her in person, unless they gone to court in person to see her. So I'm like, where we jealous at? And he's just making up. He's saying whatever she needs to hear to make her feel good about what she's doing.
they want to be like you, and if they're not if they're not reaching that goal, then they start to bash you in order to take the attention off of you to put it on themselves. That is a low thing to do, and it's sad that people do that. But you know, jealousy and envy is definitely inside of that. But also the side effect of that jealousy and envy is why people stay sick. When you have those roots inside of your life, you start to that person will start getting sick. They'll have issues in their life. They won't be able to sleep at night. Their entire being about themselves is going to unravel to a point to where they have no peace. Even though you're going to sleep at night, that person can't even go to sleep because they have no peace in their life. And that right there is a side effect of that.
I agree. And I want to say, Prophet, again, thank you for all the hard work that you've done and for being a true supporter of me, knowing that, you know, what he's saying about me isn't true. And I appreciate you and your team coming through for me. Like I said, I don't deserve what he's done so far, but if he thinks I'm a fraud and I'm all these things, prove that. But don't sit up here and say that because I handle things differently than you, or because I'm a bigger page than you in your license, doesn't make you better than me. Because like I said, I don't have to be licensed to give people life advice. But we do that every day. Before we even went to school, when anybody came to us and said, yeah, girl, I'm going through this, we gave our friends and family advice and we weren't licensed, right? So me being a life coach, I'm giving them advice from my perspective. But I would never tell them something that a therapist is only allowed to tell them, and risk myself.
Well, the reason that Mr. Nelson did that video in response to a video that she did was because she had given someone very bad advice, dangerous advice. Even she told this gentleman that he should confront his abuser. This man was 51 years old, and he had expressed, you know, his history or his past about being abused in a way when he was a child. No one would even, in regular common sense, would even tell anybody to do that. You don't know this person's mental state. You're not his therapist. You're not there with him in person. We don't know what he looked like. We don't know his name. We don't know what happened to this man. So I agree with Mr. Nelson that yes, she was way out of her scope. A life coach has no business talking to anybody on that level who has experienced trauma.
My reputation. I don't do that, you guys. Anything beyond my scope, I give them to the right person. I have no problem with that. I was supposed to work with the kosher clinician, but he works with Gail too. So I had to put him on pause as well. But he's also one that is a clinician, mental health, therapy. So again, I know people that are licensed and I know people that aren't. But there are bigger pages that are relationship gurus who are not even in relationships taking people's money. That isn't me. I don't take anybody's money. I've never asked anybody for a dime. I don't do that. If I wanted affirmation and I wanted attention, I would be doing way more. But I don't do that, you guys. So I just wanted y'all to know that Prophet and Gary, again, Gary's probably going to do what Gail did and only come at me because they don't want the drama from Prophet. But at the end of the day, Prophet is giving you, Gary, you have 19 hours to retract what you said and take that video down, because you don't know me personally. And what you're doing is you're affecting my livelihood. That's where the defamation comes in. You're calling me a fake guru based off of your own opinion. And then you're clipping little 2-3 minute segments of a 3-hour video to prove what? You're wrong. When I was talking about my life, you guys, I was giving you guys the M&M. I was telling you about what I went through so that other people can speak about what they've gone through. I'm not going to be a mental health coach that doesn't tell you about their life. I want you to be able to trust me and know that I didn't just become a life coach overnight. I went through a lot of the shit that you're dealing with today. Most of your therapists don't know nothing about your struggle. They were born with a silver spoon. I'm not one of them. I'm a coach that was not born with a silver spoon. I've suffered. I've had death in my life. I've lost a parent in my life. I've went through abuse in my life. So I know that most of those things I went through are what people go through right now in their everyday lives.
How many of y'all have had death, birth? You know, a lot of a lot of us have gone through those things. Did it make all of us qualified to speak on somebody with mental health issues or trauma? Nope.
So again, guys, I never said I was licensed, never claimed to be. On my Instagram, it says life coach. The only thing I claimed was me working for the state, me being a private investigator, me having 4 college degrees. That's what I claimed because that's true. I have no reason to lie. And I also told people my mother is off limits. I never said I had a strained relationship. He made that up. So when you say things that aren't true, I have to report the video. You know I did.
Mr. Nelson doesn't even know her mother. He didn't even know her mother, and you don't know her mother now. Like when you're on a live, like we have people in the chat that say things, and so he was responding to someone in the comment section. Someone made a comment, and he read the comment. So she's taking that as if he's doing all of these things, and he's talking about my deceased mother, and he's doing like totally taking it out of context and lied about what he said in the video. Yeah, everybody say that.
Because you didn't apologize for your misinformation. You kept going. He didn't even take accountability. And when you bring up my mother and I have a family that loves my mother to death, you're opening up more boxes. I have friends and family in Jersey. You're not hard to find. So if they have to come to you in person and tell you to say sorry on video, that's what they're going to do.
So her family needs to come to Jersey. You need to go to Jersey where he is for him to say he's sorry. Sorry for what? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Nobody was talking about her deceased mother. She just made all that up. I can't wait until Mr. Nelson released that video. It's just on private. It's not been taken down. She's just making up stuff as she goes to excuse her making these threats. So for you want him to say he's sorry, so we're gonna have my folks come to Jersey to say he's sorry? I'm like, make it make sense. Right, not her sending threats and she's scared. That's what I heard. I heard she was scary. Very aggressive.
Because you tried to embarrass me and belittle me. So we want it to be loud, Gary. Don't let Gail mess up your livelihood. But that's what she's gonna do to you. Well, hey, it looks like you already did that. So again, Prophet, me and you, when he's probably not gonna do it. He's probably a prideful man. Probably feels like they're not gonna do anything, or he might even call the police. We're not threatening any violence at all. I want you guys to know that. When he threatened me saying that he's gonna get me shut down and report me, that's a threat. So I'm gonna respond to his threat.
Now, I want you to listen to that again. Did y'all hear what she just said? Not DMX. Not DMX. That's a threat. This is what I'm saying. They make a threat, then say, this is not a threat. But then she says, when he threatened to report her for practicing without licenses, that's a threat. So she's going to respond to his threat. Did y'all hear what I just heard? So what he said was a threat, but what she's saying is not a threat. Just how was she going to make him apologize? Right. I thought she had 4 degrees. Comprehension opposite wasn't a course. Hey.
In the same way that he threatened me. So I want you guys to know that when I tell you guys to be careful when you come for me, I always say make sure that you don't have nothing to lose. Because at the end of the day, nobody told Gary to do that video. And it's sat there since the 19th. I want you guys to know it's been 2 days. So in those 2 days, it got to my 2 clients. Now we have a problem.
Do I even have to respond to that? Like she said, and the video was up for 2 days. And in those 2 days, it got to her 2 clients. How did her clients see that video? Well, her clients, will they subscribe to Mr. Nelson? Sound like a lot of me, don't it? You believe that? The 2 clients she had, she lost them because of that video that he made. Yeah. You say you already came and gone and she been quieter than a church mouse. Oh.
So, Prophet, did you want to say anything else?
No, just Gary, I hope you hear this, because the moment we do a call to action, this is not the Queen of Accountability, Daphne, or anybody like that saying this. This is us, the Black News Network, and and our entire crew. If we do a call to action, your entire show gets shut down, because we're going to start exposing a whole bunch of mess. So I just suggest, man, do what you're supposed to do as a man, and quit taking gossip, because that's one of the main things that causes people to go through a lot of stuff, depression and all that, because of gossip. So don't let that gossip and everything take you down through there to where you're trying to get likes and clicks and all that stuff, because you're messing with somebody's life. You're messing with their livelihood. So be a man, and do what us men are supposed to do. Take accountability, especially for somebody who has taken up for men. So that's all I really got to say. I just hope that he feeds that.
Prophet, do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's BNN Uncut.
Can you drop that in the chat so that I can promote it, so we can all follow your channel? I'm going to make the community post, and I'm going to tag Gary in it, and I'm going to tell him that he does have the amount of time, whatever it is, when I'm done with this show, to take down that video he made about me. Again, I've already reached out to YouTube because he said a lot of misinformation about me, and I just can't let someone do that. And
again, this is her deboing this man's YouTube channel, trying to make him pretty much tell him what he can and can't talk about, while she herself talks about anybody she wants to. That's extortion. Take it down or else. A video. A content creator making content, giving a professional opinion, or any kind of opinion for that matter. We have a right to our first freedom of speech. But this is what we do. We do a panel and we enlist other folks to join the panel to tell them you got X number of hours to take it down about me or what? Or what? He's taking gossip and lies. He never investigated both sides. And Shauna, he knew you. Why couldn't he come to you and ask you? Or, we ain't gonna go into all that because I got a video. I had a screen recording about you too, Shauna, that he did, that he posted on his Instagram a while back.
Again, I didn't know anything about his personal life. I wanted to give him a chance to say it with his chest because a lot of these men tend to do things offline, but they don't want to say nothing online. So, guys, I also want my husband wants to speak to Gary as well because people think that everything's a joke. Again, Prophet, stay on here because I told my husband about you already. But babe, are you there?
All right. So now her husband, William Sutton, has joined the panel. Sean, are you still in the building? Type something if you're still in the chat. Are you still listening? And so her husband, William Sutton, is coming up on the panel now. And I just read on the quote unquote evidence of what she said her husband said to get Mr. Nelson. So I'm going to see, I can read it again later, but I read it earlier, but we're going to hear what he says from her right from this live stream versus what she said that he said on the court documents.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so guys, this is my husband, Will, and babe, I'll go ahead and give you the floor.
I'll be brief. Prophet, first off, nice to meet you, gentlemen. Nice to meet you, sir. I heard nothing but good and great things about you, man. So I appreciate you and wish you nothing but continued growth and success. Now I'll address this Gary situation. Like I said, I don't do all the lip wrestling and stuff on social media. That just ain't me. My wife would tell you that. But when you get to, getting out of pocket, trying to discredit people, stuff like that, that's when I got an issue with it. So I just put it to you like this. I don't send threats. Like I said, I don't do all the lip boxing and all that shit on social media. I got a lot of people in Jersey. I'll be out in Jersey. And like I said, man, just keep that same energy that you said on your little podcast with her. Just keep that same energy, and I'll see you in Jersey, and then we can go from there. I'll check your temperature, and I'll see where you at from there. Don't send me no messages on no social media shit, no apologies. I don't want to hear none of that shit. You can direct all that to my wife and to Prophet or whoever, but don't send me no messages. Like Rick Ross say, God forgives, I don't. I mean, I forgive, but I don't forget. So keep that same energy when I see you out there in Jersey, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not saying it as a threat or whatever that may be. It may seem like it's a threat, but I'll check your temperature when we run into each other.
Thanks, babe. Well,
now what did he say? I'm just saying that I know I was on mute. I know I was on mute cooking a while back, reading that document. What did he say just then versus what Daphne said he said to the judge? Because Daphne said, hey, business tips, good to see you. And I think I saw somebody else in here. I missed you. See, oh, here you go. Isha speaks. Good to see you as well, sis. Yeah, y'all read what you read, what she said in the court documents. Sound like a threat, right? But what did she say in the court document? She said, let me see where it is. My husband, William Sutton, told Gary to stop speaking about me. He told him he could speak to him if he had an issue, that if he ever visited New Jersey, he would check his temperature, and he didn't mean violence. He just wanted to talk. How many of y'all gonna fly from Illinois to Jersey to talk? I'm just trying to look at the kind of time to talk. He said he wasn't trying to talk. Don't message me, all that kind of stuff. I just be up at, I'm got only people in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't that a threat? I'm just want to see if I'm the only one who think it's a threat. And you gonna come to Jersey to talk. Don't want to go to Tennessee. And what business tips guru says, girl, checking somebody's temperature is definitely a threat. Ain't nobody dumb, right? Gotta be on the Zoom. And what Private Nobody says, in street vernacular, that's clearly a threat, right? Test your temperature in the Urban Dictionaries means, I'm going to try to be YouTube friendly here because I'm not trying to, I think I've cursed one time, but check your temperature in the Urban Dictionary means delete a N word for effing with your B word. I don't even know how, it's a lot. Unalive a ninja for effing with your chick, we're gonna say, but that's not what it said exactly. If y'all can put it together, that's it. That's what it means. So her husband said he ain't with no lip service. Yeah, that means no talking. So what were we talking about then? I tested her temperature 9 years ago. She had a fever. Nikki. All right, let's finish the rest of this video. I think we got a few more minutes in it.
Well, Prophet, that's my husband. Like I said, my husband is not one to go on social media and go back and forth. But as you guys know, Prophet already pulled Gary's file, and he's not in a position to be coming at people like me. So again, guys, when people come at me and they try to ruin my brand, I will respond with the same energy. You want to try to discredit what I do because you're mad that you're not getting that attention? That's not my fault. But I want you guys to know that this all stemmed from Gail at Night. This was posted on the 19th of October. Before all of this, Gary didn't do nothing about me before the 19th. So again, this is stuff that Gail's feeding him, and instead of him doing his own research or coming to his own conclusion, he's allowing Gail to cloud his judgment. And again, I would hate to see this man lose it all. But if you're trying to make me lose it all or put me in that position to lose it all, I'm going to reciprocate it. And I'm going to be worse. My reach is bigger. So I don't want to see a man go down, but if you're trying to bring me down, what am I supposed to do? Sit there and keep turning the other cheek? I turned the other cheek on Sunday to Gail, and she's continuing to slap me. So I'm good. At what point do I say, you know what? I'm a slap back. At what point? I told Gail to leave me alone, and she has continued to do a Daphne hate spree. So
A Daphne, I'll tell you what, let me go to my channel because this video that we're watching right now, this live was, I want to say, like mid-October, I believe. And see, and what's so sad or ridiculous, or I can't find the word for it, me quote unquote talking about her was just me showing my receipts showing that she was lying. When I show a receipt, she go do a live stream trying to clean it up. Like, no, you did call us every day, and we were on the phone for hours and hours and hours every day. Like, she getting tired of our time. We ain't getting paid for that. Like, she was getting a lot from me, Shauna and Rachel, and apparently Jay Lethal as well. Now, Prophet, on the other hand, we see he don't know what, I mean, what we saw. And he called himself trying to pull up Shauna's criminal record and post it on his Instagram and got somebody else named Shauna Ward. Didn't even care.
So again, a Black woman, middle-aged, going on 44 with a child. This is what she has. And I see why she is not married. She's dangerous. She's someone that you want to watch because she will act like she's your friend and then tear you apart if you cut her off. for doing something wrong. I want you guys to know that I cut Gail off because Gail didn't want to tell me with her chest that she had a problem with me. She acted like she was cool with me, and then she ran and told somebody else something different. I don't do well with fake people. So again, Prophet, I want to say thank you. And I'm telling you now, Gary's just like Gail. He's not going to retract. He's not going to take away. So we're going to have to reciprocate that energy. I'm ready. I have more than enough time. And like I said, if I have to draw out a letter, if I have to reach out to higher ups, I will. But when you do this to me and I lose 2 really good clients, we have a problem. We have a big problem, a huge problem. So, Prophet, did you want to say anything else?
Hey, just keep your head up, and just like we said back in the old days, back in the old school days and stuff, wrote a check that you can't cash. I'm not your typical pastor. I'm the type that will slap you and then pray for you later. That's
okay.
Just how I am.
Well, I'm gonna be that type now. His YouTube.
There's your pastor. Exactly, business tips guru. You hit the nail on the head all night tonight. Right, posting the wrong criminal record. I have it up here. I'm gonna show that in a minute. You can say the foolery. What type of pastor are you? You see what he said? Don't write a check your butt can't cash and all this, that, and the third. But you also heard Daphne call him her best, good friend. Y'all heard. Remember, she said that, right? He helping her do this, that, and the third. But here she is over here in the courtroom, and she forgot. She didn't tell him she was gonna throw him up on the bus. She literally threw him under the bus. And backed up on him. And what Shauna say, did a Hellcat and I said figure 8 and donuts. Put them right here in the court documents. With his phone number. Make sure you get them. Okay, so let's get down here. What she says, me and my husband are being unfairly targeted. Reuben Mitchell has a history of violence with a gun and assault, yet Gary didn't add him to the report. Dang. Did she just say they were friends? This case had nothing to do with him. Yet she's putting him out there all in red to tell the judge he got violence with history of violence with a gun and assault. What kind of friend is that? She said he had been watching her content for over 8 years. That's Prophet. His name is Reuben Mitchell. I'm not doxing nobody like that. He owned Reuben Mitchell like on other stuff on social media under his real name. So I hope he watching too. She should clip it for him. And for what's his sister's name? What's his wife's name? Marsha. I hope she sees this as well. All them hours that he spent on the phone with with Daphne trying to come at us, which should be a red flag to her anyway. I wish my husband would be on the phone with some other woman, some other female, and some other married woman or not married, and on a panel threatening other Black women. How does that look? I mean, seriously, no, we gonna even cut the pastor part out. What grown man gonna be on a panel with a married female threatening other black women. Then when you add the pastor to it, it look even more effed up. A man of the cloth? I wish he would. Like, what does Marshall not know about this? This is like crazy to me. That's crazy. And what your friend do, Prophet? Throw you right under the bus. Nobody even asked her about Prophet or Reuben Mitchell. Nobody asked her. She put it in there on her own. The judge asked her to submit evidence that Mr. Nelson was stalking and harassing her. Why is Reuben in this evidence? Why am I in the evidence? Like Nelson ain't got a mind of his own, a grown man. Girl, bye. This crazy. This your friend though. So I hope her other little friends who still stalking me are watching this too, because that's what you're gonna do to you. That's how she did Eno. That's how she did Jay Lethal. Who's next? You think y'all good friends now. I hope you didn't tell her anything personal. Mess around and say no. You'll be in the evidence. Like Mr. Reuben Mitchell, the good friend Reuben Mitchell, aka Prophet. This is a shame. Then she says, November the 9th, after Gail received the cease and desist on November the 8th, the very next day, Gary Nelson filed a report against me and my husband, 18 days after my show responding to his 2 videos about me. I found it odd how Gary filed the same week as his moderator, Gail. They both said the same thing. You find it funny. You threatened us in the same video. That video I just played to y'all, it didn't include me in that little clip, but I have a clip where she threatened me and my daughter. But it was on the same video. Anyway, if Gary was threatened by me, how come he waited 18 days? I have reason to believe that he waited to see what Gail's report would do. Then he filed when hers didn't work. Now, mind you, this right here is like what, June? She said my report didn't work. Not only my report worked, I filed a report November the 6th, and a warrant for her arrest was issued. What do you mean it didn't work? Y'all already seen the warrant by now. I have a reason to believe that he waited to see what Gail's report would do. Then he filed when hers didn't work. I believe he actually filed before me. I think the prosecutor didn't take it up until after mine was filed. That's probably what you're talking about. I don't know. But he filed before me, I believe. Like a day or two before me. But anyway, Gary harassed, bullied, and misdiagnosed me live. And we didn't got to go into nothing. And, that's it. I mean, it's like 14 pages of nothing. It's supposed to be evidence, but it proved absolutely nothing because that's why she lost the case. And the judge dropped it, dismissed it, vacated it, and said, get out of here. That's it. That's all. She ain't loyal to nobody. And she wanted him to go down wanted him to go down with her, but protect black men. Where? Right, exactly. When it's convenient. Protect Black men when it's convenient. When it's viral. Papa said, I don't know that brought that well, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is it true that she celebrated getting people fired from their job or over some right? Yes, she does brag about getting people fired, losing their kids, getting their kids taken and stuff. She has said that. I may have that clip. She had no evidence. All this paper, and it was mostly about me, and she brought up Reuben, and there was no evidence that Mr. Nelson was stalking her at all. He made two videos, maybe one short video and a live stream, giving his opinion on a live that she did. And she came in there with all type of screenshots and like all this stuff from my page. Like she saw more on than my own supporters see. But we're stalking her. This is what I'm talking about. See, all this time, almost a whole year, she has lied on all of us. This whole time, she was one doing the stalking. And she's still stalking. We just caught her last week stalking on one of her troll accounts. I told y'all she had those troll accounts. She will block you and then go to her troll account and she'll stalk and watch everything you do. That's weird. That's weird behavior. And didn't have the nerve to run on social media telling people that we obsessed. Baby, we out here living. When there's cloud attached, there she is. There she is. So Reuben, I can't remember. I'm not sure if Shauna is watching or not, but Shauna, you can remember what was it that Prophet was mad about you for? I know you had posted something on your Facebook and you took it down because it said you were doxing Daphne or something. And then I'm not sure what happened. But he called himself trying to pull up your criminal record and got somebody else named Shauna Ward. Like, that was embarrassing. You call yourself, I had been a detective and investigating all this stuff, and you couldn't even get the right person? And you had to post it on social media. Now, imagine your man. Imagine your man getting into it with a female online that he probably, I don't think he ever met, y'all ever met Shauna, if you're in the chat, if you're listening. But call himself gonna pull up her criminal record and post it online. Like what? And be wrong as hell. I can't deal with nobody like that. Why are you in this woman's business like that? To be looking up, trying to find her criminal record and be wrong. The least you can do is be right. The least you can do is be right. I'm about to end this live. The link to call in is in the chat. After I get done showing this video, I'm going to end it unless somebody calls in. Let me find it. I had to upload it to my YouTube channel. I don't like how it looks though. But anyway, this is from his Instagram. And he got leave me out of y'all mess. I'm looking at it like, what? Leave me out of y'all mess, and you posting somebody named Shauna Ward's criminal record. This Shauna Ward is in, what's that, criminal traffic, and it's something in California and somebody in Tennessee. So what's your purpose? What's the purpose of doing this and be wrong? This is what's so weird. That's not even her. And then look what he put down in the caption. I don't know if y'all can see the caption. Let me pause it. The caption here says, I figured you would do that. Don't put me in your mess and leave me alone. Child, let me get out of here. Anyway, this is not the Shauna Ward. I don't know what Shauna Ward this is, but there's somebody in California and another record in Tennessee, Shauna Ward. I don't know. But I don't know why he didn't put his record up there. I don't know why he didn't show his stuff. But we have here Mr., and this is on Google, Reuben Eugene Mitchell, man convicted of setting his house on fire. Knoxville, a jury has convicted a man who set his house on fire to collect a false insurance claim. That's insurance fraud. The Knox County District Attorney's Office said Reuben Eugene Mitchell, 46, was convicted of arson and false or fraudulent insurance claims over $10,000. Prosecutors said Mitchell started a fire in the living room of his home on Holmouth Lane. A few days later, he filed a false claim with Allstate Insurance Company, saying it started with an unintended fire in the fireplace. But like, that's the probably most recent thing that's on his record. We're not even gonna go into the other stuff. I don't even really care that much. But for him to do something like he did her, posting somebody else with the same name online, that was really tacky to me. That was tacky, and that was just tasteless. Hey, Shauna, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Is my background loud?
I don't hear anything.
Oh, okay. So this dude, he didn't even know Daphne. He knew of her. I think he's watched her videos or what have you. But I introduced him to her. They didn't even know each other. But oh, my good friend, you'll catch her on some of them videos talking about 8 years. How she just like pumps, those narratives, like trying to solidify a friendship. Another thing I noticed, a lot of men, it seems like almost all the men that's around her got records, Nobody's perfect,
Right.
But yeah, she vet people, right?
That's what she say.
Yeah, where she fucked up was she came after people that were outside of her, where she normally, is a predator. We were outside of that, and that's how most serial killers get caught. They might start killing prostitutes, and then they might find a little girl going home. That's where they fuck up because they get outside their lane, and that's what she did. But as far as him, he did that shit on purpose. I worked with him for a few months, so you didn't run me then, or you're trying to say I'm a drug dealer. You did that because I had a children's book coming out, just like how they were threatening to tarnish Nelson's reputation. That's what they were going to do with me. Right. I don't know what she did, but when all the stuff just started unfolding, and me and her chucked the deuces, I would say in 48 hours, she had to go back and say something to them with that mother stuff. Oh, she said something about my mother. Probably didn't even show them any proof.
Oh, no. She didn't show anything. Nobody said anything about her mama.
Right. I tried to reach out in the most respectful way. And when I tell you, like, damn, what the hell did she tell them to, Like you're not even, you're investigators though. You don't want to hear both sides. And I was just like, real, this shit was just weird. And to bring him up there and threaten you like that,
Right.
and then and you got a wife, and you seeing him, but shit. Who knows who? In my opinion, there's a pattern.
Okay.
There's some kind of pattern. But this shit is just crazy. But gonna sit up there and throw him up under the bus, but that's your boy.
Yeah, girl, got him all in red ink. Oh, I'm like, wow, this is what we're doing as good friends. Throw your husband, throw this man up under the bus.
Mm-hmm. He did that because I called him out. He was going through my Facebook, getting like old ass pictures of me to give to her. The pictures that she gave the person from that mental health line, letting them know I'm alone and how old I am, those came from him. That's stalking. You're stalking a woman. He went back like, man, that picture was like 4 years old. So, and I post a lot. So you had to be scrolling.
You had it because you lost a lot of weight. How much what you lose, Shauna?
I don't know. Probably like 30 pounds. But I'm still cute.
Yeah, but what's the thing though? What I'm saying is you were on a weight loss goal.
Yeah, they were just trying to make fun, of my weight or whatever. But like I told her, she can kiss my high caloried ass, and that offer still stands. I know you watching.
Baby, I'm sorry, y'all. I just got to say this real quick. Don't neither one of them need to be pulling up nobody damn pictures. Okay? Not now one of them. They need to just leave girl, don't now one of them need to be pulling up nobody damn pictures. Okay? Because baby, we already seen what she looked like in 4K. Okay?
Right.
And Mr. Sir over here that's burning shit up. Sir, you should sit this one down. You know what's funny, y'all? The messiest person that I know, do you know he's a straight man?
Girl.
The messiest person I know is a straight man. How you gonna sit here and try to practice and be a part of the church, right? But then turn around and say, "I slap you, but then I'm gonna pray for you." Who are you talking to?
Right. I know where you sleep. I know what you breathe.
Mr. Brown. Who are you talking to, Mr. Brown? Who are you talking to, Mr. Brown? What is your malfunction, sir? How are you? I don't understand how these men are claiming to be men, but getting involved in women business.
Mm-hmm.
How is that even a thing? How is that even a thing? She got 4 degrees, right? Like I said in the comments, comprehension didn't come with none of them courses.
No.
Understanding didn't come with none of them courses. Like, I don't understand. I do not understand. I do not understand this. But one thing for certain and 2 things for sure. She bet not clown nobody else about what they look like. And she over here looking like day and night.
Girl.
Okay? She over here looking half born. Okay? She don't need to be saying nothing about nobody. It's the triflingness for me. Okay? Yep. And for everybody watching, I'm going to say it again and I'm going to continue to say it again. I'm the girl in that weak story she be telling about how 9 years ago, right, I took her to court for revenge porn. That don't even sound right. Why would I be taking you to court for revenge porn if my pictures was not? I never put my pictures out there. So why would I be taking you to court for revenge porn? Did anybody catch that?
Oh, yeah. It made no sense. That not up.
Why would I be taking you to court for revenge porn? Baby, you slow. You cannot even have me. You can't even force me to believe you got 4 degrees. You can't even force me to believe that. That got to be a figment of her imagination. Maybe she wanted to get 4 degrees. I don't know. Maybe it sounds appetizing. And another thing, what you got 4 degrees in and you on YouTube and Facebook harassing people? What the hell? She got a degree in communication? What she got a degree in? Investigating? What is she degree in? Because first of all, she's a horrible investigator. Let's be clear. Terrible investigator. Like this is, and I will say this again, this shit is ridiculous. This is ridiculous that we are in our 40s, okay, and got to deal with this catty high school stuff. And then you got these cult followers that don't got no damn brain, right? That ain't even listening. The lies is literally coming out of her mouth and nobody is catching it. How? Where did they get their degree from?
What mental health coach, advocate, professional, whatever the fuck she want to change it up to, operate this way? You are imposter. Like, who starts this kind of shit? And another thing I noticed too, she loved to fuck with people who got mental health issues.
Baby, and she better stop, because the same way they got mental health issues, them motherfuckers is gonna turn around and snap, crack, and pop on her ass, okay? They gonna turn around and snap on her. You think that's funny to target and mess with people who got depression issues and stuff like that?
They are the most vulnerable.
Them the same ones that go looking for you too, and you'll never see them coming. So
keep on. Vulnerable.
Keep thinking that that's something to play with. Keep thinking that that's something to play with. What the hell makes you a life coach? Because if you're so much of a life coach, why the hell your life in shambles?
Right.
Look, you got time to be in everybody's business, but ain't nobody showed me a video yet of her going on a vacation out the country, right? Because what she say is ghetto. You know, you ain't going nowhere if you going state to state, right? That's what she had said in her last video. And you going that ain't even, you ain't going nowhere. You know, like if you was going to Dubai or something. Ain't nobody post no pictures of her going out the country, no videos of her going out the country, no videos of her enjoying her life. Baby, that's why she looked like she aging like a banana. Baby, you stressed out. You stressing yourself out for likes and for clout, and nobody cares.
A life coach, but you over here terrorizing Black women for shit that you be doing.
Girl,
the shit you be doing and the shit you was doing or could be still doing, I don't know. But you know,
she over here aging in dog years. What's wrong with her?
Girl,
baby, get yourself together.
I'm gonna play this video clip here. This is when she was threatening me, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Give me just a moment.
Well, can we end it after we listen to it and I comment?
Oh yeah. I was trying to clear down. Hold on for a minute.
I have some comments.
Okay.
So, and it's okay, guys. It's okay. At the end of the day, I just want you guys to believe what you want to believe because it's factual. You have the receipts. You guys heard Prophet. Prophet was the one that said that Gail was a fraud. And Gail never did anything about Prophet. You notice she knows who to stay away from, which is crazy that she's not staying away from me, and I'm the one that she needs to be worried about. You feel what I'm saying? It's amazing how she didn't say anything about Prophet. See, Prophet will go deep into Gail's life and not give a damn. And now that Gail's continuing to badger me and bring other people onto it, she's now going to be a part of this because she can't keep her mouth shut. Like I said, this is a woman that's going to be 44 years old next month. 44. You're damn near close to 50, Gail.
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say.
Baby, okay, can I go first?
Go ahead.
I know what I got to say is right here.
Okay.
First of all, she know who the hell to stay away from too, now don't she? She know who she can't bully too, now don't she?
Right.
She know who she can't play with either, now don't she? Ever since I done got wind of her little charade she was doing, she been mute. I'm waiting. I want to hear the story live again. I want her to. I want to hear the story live again. I want her to say it from the beginning. That woman, 9 years ago, and I want you guys to remember, she was a stripper. Girl, what? Girl, what? You know who to stay away from too, now don't you? Notice you ain't responding to my video. I thought you said that you know, anybody who, you know, who show me one person that says that I'm a liar and, you know, whatever the case might be is, baby, I've been outed you, but you staying far away from me and you're smart to do that. Cause like I said, I'm waiting on her to say something so that the next wave of receipts can come out. And the next wave of receipts is going to be more damaging than the first. How dare she? She knows who to stay away from because what? Because you a dangerous person. What she say? Because she was what? You know?
You know what she said, but she said, I didn't do a thing about profit, and I don't know what she's still trying to throw him up on the bus, even back then.
Baby,
but let's move on.
They see this. You know what? This what happened.
What if women start acting like mature women? And maybe if
I'm going to speed it up, we can get through this because I know how the voice is for y'all. Because
yes, Lord.
Gail did act like a woman and carried herself like a lady, she'd probably be married by now instead of moving from state to state. Maybe she would have been married. And
baby, she was almost not married with her vagina all over the internet. He probably felt sorry for her. That's why he ended up marrying her if he did marry her. So she should not be talking about nobody not being married. Maybe you're okay with being by yourself. Maybe you're okay with having a little boo thing. Maybe you're okay with not having a lion-ass person laying on the left or the right side of you. Maybe you're okay, and you're entitled to be that way. Not everybody wants to be married. She married and unhappy as hell because look how she and everybody else life.
I will show my certificate when she show hers. She show her, I show mine. She know me so well and don't be knowing shit. I'm gonna let her just run her mouth.
Like, what is she like? I don't understand. And you know what? And that's the shot she continues to take at people. I'm married. Yeah, I'm sure you are married. You're married. Baby, he see the real you every day, but yet you want us to believe a facade. You want us to believe this AI picture that you got floating around the damn internet. Girl, if you don't go to hell expeditiously, hurry up. Okay? Get on the first.
Gail lives in the same state as Prophet. Been married. And the funny thing is, Gail lives in the same state as Prophet. And Prophet already knows her address.
Okay, so was that a threat? Because they know your address? That was a threat?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Girl, these people.
And we saw Prophet on the previous video clip where his profile picture is the Incredible Hulk. He was doing all that talking about, he's gonna find out where I stay, where I lay my head, where I ate yesterday, all that kind of stuff. And he knows my address, and we live in the same state. So was she insinuating? Okay.
So again, it's not hard to find people, but when you're online lying about people and saying that they're putting you in danger when you're putting them in danger, it makes no sense. You're putting my brand in danger, and I'm not supposed to respond. I needed your address so I can send you guys cease and desist letters. I'm not playing with y'all. And Gail, I know you don't have the means.
Girl.
Okay. She said she did it our address so she could send her cease and desist letters. Well, this was mid-October. And she said she did it our address to send her cease and desist letters. Cease and desist what? What was I doing?
And she the one talking. She the one doing the most talking.
Doing all the talking. But she wants to send me a cease and desist letter mid-October, right? So she doing all the talking. I went on downtown and did all the writing November the 6th and filed a police report. 2 days later, well, actually 3 days later, there's a cease and desist letter from the Legal Shield, not no team of attorneys. Cease and desist harassing and bullying. Well, I'm not going to cease and desist harassing and bullying because I'm not harassing and bullying. So what I need to what I need to stop doing, I'm not doing. So she posted it on the internet for her little clout. Everybody in the comment section thinking she did something because she said, "Cease and desist." That is nothing. That's toilet paper. If I'm not bullying, harassing, what do I need to cease and desist from doing it if I'm not doing it? Like, don't play stupid. So she ran down there and did that because she had a police report on her on the 3 days prior. Because they called her. So she ran down to the Legal Shield to get that paperwork, which meant nothing. So if I was still bullying, harassing after that date, why didn't the defamation case come next? No, what she did was went to the courthouse, told a bunch of lies on me and 4 or 5 other people that we were stalking her online to get us to shut up. That's what she did. because she knew she couldn't do a defamation case because I'm not lying on her. I'm showing receipts as I'm telling my story on YouTube.
So you need to cut it out. Stop it.
Oh, and I don't have the means. That other thing. Yeah, well, I had money to go handle that in Chicago.
Right. Getting on $700.
Like, I mean, you know, I can pick up any card and swipe what I need to swipe, but I don't like throwing away money. That was just dumb, but I'll get it back.
You're a one-person household living in an apartment. Stop. We're not the
That's incorrect, but go ahead.
same, Gail. We're not the same. We're not.
We damn sure.
And maybe you would have been married if you would have kept your mouth shut. That's why her name is Gail at night. She does things when everybody is asleep. Where you can't respond.
Gail, can you pause that right there?
2, 3 in the morning, getting TikTok.
Gail, I need you to pause that right there. No, she did not say your name is Gail at night because you doing stuff at night when everybody sleep, when her whole vagina is all over the internet.
OMG, I'm sorry. What?
I know she lying. And her whole, and that's, you know what? Let me tell you something. Another thing I was thinking about, right? How the hell can she charge me with revenge porn when everybody got pictures of her?
Don't say that word, the P word.
How can she charge me with revenge P when everybody got pictures of her? Everybody got no pictures of her.
People don't know that though. This is why I'm surprised she even told this story. Like now, those people, they weren't even trying to put her out like that.
It's over 100 people that got pictures of her. I'm not the only one that got pictures of her. If y'all looked at my live and you looked at the interaction in the comments, everybody that was in that group got pictures of her. Everybody has pictures of her. So how you making it? How you over here talking about you doing stuff at night where everybody sleep and you doing stuff on the internet? You out here embarrassing your husband because he knew her stuff was all over the internet. Duh, because I sent it to him. Why she want to talk about she was in an intimate setting in the bathroom? That was your intimate setting in the bathroom? Girl, if she don't go find her something to do.
Let's go a little bit further. Hold on.
Footage that we didn't ask her to get. She was just getting it. I have hours and hours and hours of footage of other women talking about other women. That's an obsession. I'm sorry, I don't live there. While she was doing that, I was catching other people besides Rhoda. Anybody that was following me, I got that chick who lied in Jersey. I got that chick who lied in Florida. I got that chick who lied in Chicago. I've done 4 other exposures since Rhoda in this month of October. So me and Gail are not the same. I don't stay stuck on one person. Then Gail did a community tab. If you look at Gail's community tab, she posted that Rhoda did a photo shoot. And because she showed the footage of Rhoda on video, that makes her better than me. I already posted that Rhoda did a photo shoot. And then she posted after me. Am I out there crying about it? So again, at the end of the day, Gail, you're not going to win this. You can say you were against Rhoda from the beginning, but you weren't. I helped you with that. I stopped talking about Gail on Sunday of last week, and Gail has been talking about me every day since Sunday. She's showing personal emails and all these things to make it seem like I was crazy.
Child.
she had to put little words and stuff. She's saying personal email like it was personal. No, it wasn't no personal email. It was our business, and I was sending her emails about the Rhoda case thing. So she's mad because I'm showing people the receipts, showing that I sent her so much stuff, and she didn't send me anything. Like when she was telling us stuff, she wasn't telling us anything. We were telling her everything.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
I had Shauna on the same panel telling you guys that I called her too. It was 3-way calls that we did. So when I'm calling Gail and I already got Shauna on, it is going to look like I called Gail. But really, she was a part of a 3-way call. And every time I called her, it was me giving them information. Duh. We were on this case crazy. I'm not going to turn away and say I didn't call her. But to show people the first 3 digits of my area code like that's supposed to do something, I have your whole government number, Gail. You can show them my whole government number. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. What is that going to do? You're the one that's going to be scared, not me. I don't care. I don't care. I have several numbers. Because of what I do. I do have several numbers. So again, I'm not going to sit up here and go back and forth with a person that's not on the same level as me. That's all I'm saying, guys. At the end of the day, people do come in different forms and they try to make you think that they're cool with you, but they're not. I learned a valuable lesson. You know, I didn't think that Gail was going to be this type of person, being that she's older. I thought she had wisdom, class, and she doesn't. She's very, very messy. She's like these messy 90s babies that I be dealing with. And yet this woman's a 70s baby acting like a fucking fool. Gail's older than my oldest sister. That's how old Gail is. And you're acting like this. My sister will put hands on you, Gail.
Wow.
Watch your fucking mouth. Leave me alone. You have a daughter and you are a piece of shit for a mother.
Wow. She's snapping.
And what's so weird, what's also weird is she's saying, leave me alone, leave me alone. I wasn't bothering her whatsoever.
First of all,
receipts. I was not bothering her. I wasn't threatening her. When I saw she told me, allow me, I posted a receipt proving she was lying. And that was an attack to her. And she leave me alone. Like, really?
Why is she threatening you with her sister putting hands on you?
I don't even know who her sister is or why she would even say that. I don't know where they live or where she got family at, but she always trying to allude to, because I post my location sometimes and she will, I got family in Houston. I got family over here. I got family, trying to make me feel like I got to watch my back wherever I go.
Girl,
why you're stalking me, you posting me pictures from where I post when I'm taking myself in certain places. She'll take those pictures and put them on her page. Oh, I got family. Really? Isn't that stalking? How I look like posting you at the Chicago airport and you take a picture and you at the airport and I take it and put it on my page saying, oh, I got family in Chicago at that airport, that kind of stuff. Like, for what?
Girl.
But we're stalking, harassing.
It's the huff for me. It's the I'm a huff and puff and blow your house down for me. Girl, go talk to Pastor Nelson and have him pray for you or whatever the hell y'all got going on.
Not Nelson, Pastor Prophet Reuben, whatever his name is.
Well, yeah, no mother should be talking about somebody else and putting their family in danger because they can't shut the fuck up. That's real talk.
I'm putting my family in danger because I'm defending myself, is what she's saying.
There's threats and everything in this whole video. There was nothing but threats being thrown. So I don't understand how she's sitting here playing victim to circumstances that she created. And it's also baffling to me how ain't nobody picking up on this. Like, what is wrong with y'all? The comprehension must be 99% off or something. Because how is that nobody is catching on to this? How is nobody hearing this? How is nobody understanding this? She's been throwing threats at you her entire YouTube video she did. She's been throwing threats the whole time.
Since October, from this type of threat to having my warrant posted and my mugshot posted, and that never even happened. Threatened to have me locked up. I'm like, okay. And then you paying folks to testify against me in court. You paying people to stalk me when you can't see my comment. You paying somebody to go over there and look at my comment and send it to you, and you giving them what to say and in the reply, like all that kind of stuff. But I'm stalking. Everybody else is stalking her, and she's not doing anything and minding her business. We're jealous. We're jealous, miserable, all this kind of stuff. But she's doing all of this online.
And how is she always talking about you being a mother? Don't she got a stepson?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, we're not gonna go. We're not gonna go there.
Fucking mother. You're a baby mama, and you're acting like a little kid. You are too old for this, Gail. Too old for this. I would be ashamed to be your daughter.
See what I'm saying?
You're representing your daughter in the wrong light. You should be a great mother to her instead of a piece of shit online.
Wow.
You're happy about being a #1 moderator, but you're at the low of the totem pole when it comes to being a mother. You should be happy about being a mother, not a fucking moderator.
Wow.
If anybody's in the chat, hold on. If anybody's in the chat, know me as a moderator on YouTube. Do I ever brag about being #1 moderator on YouTube? I mean, I just want to know if anybody's in the chat that know me for being a moderator on YouTube. Do I ever brag about being a #1 moderator? Or do you hear others brag about me being #1 moderator? See, this is the problem. That's where the jealousy at. This is the deflection. She hates anybody to give me any kind of props, any kind of flowers. It's a problem.
I don't see, and even if you are bragging about being a #1 moderator, so what? You earned that. You moderate for a lot of people. You clearly doing what you need to do, right? Because, I'm not sure what the steps are in order to become that, but you're doing it for a lot of people. I'm assuming that don't come easy. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming that some type of work has to be put into that. But let's talk about that for a second, right? Let's talk about something for a second. Now, she brags about having 26,000 YouTube subscribers, right? Why she only be having like 55 views though?
Girl, bye. I'm not finna. I'm not bye.
But we see where your priorities are
You
at.
know why?
You want people to praise you for being an
Okay.
assistant? Do better, Gail. Do better. Your daughter's life depends on how you treat people.
So my daughter's life depends on how I treat people.
That's girl at the child.
You never know who you might come across. And these pages that you screwed over, you better watch your mouth. The way you talked about Mike TV
Right.
is the same way you're talking about me. So this is nothing new. People drop you from being a mod and then you become the devil.
Wow.
Where?
She's the person you got to watch when it comes to getting close to people. She will lie.
But who lied in court? So far, losing 3 cases and gonna lose the rest of them. Like she lied. And it's so sick how she lied. She even lied to the judge up here talking about, she even told the judge, I'm gonna have 15 minutes, have her deleted out of crime. She's scared for her life. No, you need to come in person. If you want to do this appeal, you gotta come in person. And she knew good and well I wasn't threatening her. She was the one making all the threats. This is why it's so silly and ridiculous that she even tried to appeal this, knowing I have all this evidence against her. And she has nothing against me. And if she come to the courtroom lying this time, I won't be shocked they lock her up, because all the perjury I got and proof I got of perjury on her already, just lying. Like it's okay, like you're not on the oath. So
I wonder what she gonna do when that mugshot surface.
I don't know, but that's her business.
At the end of the day, guys, it is what it is. So, guys, you heard Prophet give Gary, I think right now he has like 17 hours. We'll see where that goes. I'm
giving him 17 hours to take down a video off his YouTube channel. Imagine somebody coming to your house, Nick, and tell you you need to take this decoration out and put something else in there.
I'd be like, I know you lying.
Right. Let me get Private Nobody in here, because he might be trying to go to bed. How you doing, Private Nobody? Thank you for coming by.
I know she lying.
Private Nobody, you're talking. I don't hear you. You're not on mute. Oh, shoot. He fell back. Okay. All right. What about now? Private Nobody?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I hear you now. Go ahead. How you doing?
I'm okay. Just listening to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't have a legal stance at all, based on everything I've heard. If anything, the counter is true. Other people will have claims against her. She is totally off the chain, and she's only getting away with it because people don't know their legal rights.
Right. It is work. It's work. So, but I wouldn't just let it happen. No, you're not going to bully me off the internet.
You know, whenever somebody leverage a claim against you, you always have what they call a counterclaim. So, and generally speaking, when they make a claim and you want to make a counterclaim, your claim gets heard first. So she's getting away with it because people are not putting in counterclaims.
Right.
And when you don't put in a counterclaim, the court sees it as you waive the issue. So therefore, whatever that plaintiff put forward is going to be accounted as fact. Failure to deny is deemed an admission. That's a maxim. So whenever somebody leverage a claim against you, it is your duty to respond. And if you don't respond, they say you admit.
Right.
That's how she's getting away with this all this time. Because people have not fired back.
Until now.
Yep. And that's why I wanted to make sure yours was on point. That's why I had asked that question of you earlier.
Yeah.
Because there are certain elements that you need to fulfill when you make a claim. And if those elements are not there, the claim could be knocked down and your petition or complaint could be dismissed.
Right.
But you do have an opportunity once you file a claim to amend it if you left something out, or you want to correct something, or if you want to add something. So you generally in the beginning get a chance. In most jurisdictions, it's about 10 days to make an amendment without permission from the court. And generally after that 10-day period, depending on the jurisdiction that you're in, then you will have to petition the court to allow you to make an amendment.
That's good information.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yeah, but I'm going to send you over what I have, what I submitted so far.
Okay. And I'll give you my evaluation.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
You can stay up if you would like. I'm going to continue to play this, and we're going to probably get our closing words and then end it.
Yeah, I'm good here until around 11:30.
Okay.
11:30, I got to leave.
Okay. All right.
Telling you guys, I already know the kind of person Gary is. He ain't going to do shit. He's not going to take it away. He would rather risk his livelihood because he's prideful. That's what those men do. They think that the shit that me and Prophet talk about is fake. Y'all saw what I did with Rhoda. I gave you guys proof that I was contacting these people. I've gotten a lot of people fired. It's not hard. I've had a lot of people pull away from other people because of their actions. Your actions come with a reaction. The reaction that you put out there about me, saying that I'm a fake guru.
See how she bring about getting people fired?
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I just said that earlier.
It's even more wild.
Right.
It comes with consequences. That's where the accountability comes in, Gary. Okay? So yeah, they must have deleted their channel. Jesse Jim, what do you mean? It's not there? No, Slick Man. Prophet is not a mod. No. Prophet is not a mod. He's a really good friend of mine. I wouldn't make him a mod because he has his own channel. If you guys want to follow him on Prophet on TikTok, him and Flo, FLO on TikTok, these guys, they expose bad parents, cops.
Did you just say he was a good friend of hers?
How, girl? Okay.
She just said he was a good friend of hers.
But she put him under the bus.
She just put him in the right. Just threw him up on the bus, saying, "Oh, he got a past something with violence and guns." And like, well, why is he even mentioning this? The judge was like, "Ma'am, I need you to show me where is the evidence of Mr. Nelson stalking. Like, this is not all this stuff is just a bunch of stuff up here. Show me where he stalked you." It's crazy.
They try to find missing people. If you guys watch Gail's page, she'll post a missing person, but that's it on her community chat. Why not do a video and tell people the details of that missing person? Posting it on your community chat. What if everybody don't have YouTube? So that should tell you what kind of person Gail is.
Now, how dumb is that?
Girl, that's them 4 master's degrees, girl.
Posting a missing person poster, and you see she look at Gail's community tab. Why are you over here?
Exactly. Who sent for you?
I can't post nothing. There's something wrong with it. I can't post a missing. Why don't you give us more detail? Do a video. Listen, if I knew about these people out there, I'd probably go find them. They're missing because nobody knows anything about what happened. Like, duh, that's just stupid. all I can post is what the family or the close person who had last seen them tells the people. Like, and I'm sharing it from another page. And I just kind of follow the page is called Black and Missing, the Black and Missing Foundation. I'm sharing it from another page. And when I go online, I Google and find out more if there was any updates, and I'll add it to my caption. And I got to do videos and do this and do that. Like, really? And that tells you the kind of person I am, because I'm posting it on my YouTube channel, but I'm not posting it the way you want it, the way you think I should post. How many people she posted that's missing? There are tons I posted from Chicago. I mean, hey, that can be something you can be doing to keep yourself busy rather than bullying, harassing, and threatening people online. Get there, do what they call a search party. Join a search party.
That's too much like right.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck would you post it on your community chat like everybody has YouTube? Post it on Facebook. Do a video of this person missing. Give us some more facts about this person.
How does she know it I'm posted on Facebook?
Why don't she ever go live and show her face? Why she over here worried about what you doing?
But this is just showing you how much she's stalking me. How does she know I don't post it on Facebook?
That's wild.
That's crazy.
How are you gonna help them if it's on a community chat? So like I said, guys, I don't do that. Nancy, my birthday is next Saturday.
I don't do that. Okay.
Next Saturday, the 28th. This is my birthday month. I'm supposed to be enjoying this. But y'all know how this happens. Y'all know how this go. Anyways, guys, I'm about to wrap up. I want to say, guys, thank you for this. I put this show out there 30 minutes before the show. Nobody knew I was having this show. I just made it last minute. These last minute shows, y'all still show up for me. I appreciate that. I only did it because when I was sent Gary's that video, and then someone told me it's on Gail's community tab. I missed it. I don't know how I didn't see it, but it's there. So again, Gail is doing whatever she can to destroy me and my character. She is a mod on this guy's page. So it all made sense. If you look at this, if you listen to the video, you'll see he highlighted a bunch of her comments. So yeah, that's where we at, guys. Daphne, my birthday is in my profile. October. Yeah, you're in October. The 30th. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Fair use.
Yeah, Norma, I agree.
Wow.
I agree. So yeah, guys, that's what I'm going through. I want to say thank you guys for believing the facts and not believing someone that's saying their license, and because they're licensed, that gives them a right to lie on me. I just want you guys to know that my mother was a wonderful person. She was one that didn't hold back either. She would tell you what it is. She wasn't no fake person. She wouldn't be your friend if she knew you were full of shit. She would tell you were full of shit. And my mom was a soldier. She was strong. My mother lived for 2 years, paralyzed from the neck down, like Christopher Reeves, Superman. And the average lifespan for a woman that is a quadriplegic is 5 years.
I don't know about that, but I'm not going. It's not about her mom. But I don't think that there's a average lifespan for a quadriplegic. I don't know though. Let's move on. Never mind.
My mom lived too. I never had a strained relationship with my mother. I was her pill lady. I gave her up to 15 to 18 different pills depending on the day, and I was handling her medications at 13 years old. I was handling pills that could have killed her. That's the kind of daughter I was. She trusted me. I was a baby out of the girls, and that was my job. I never had a strained relationship with my mother. Never did. My mother was 39 years old when she died. She was young. But the relationship was never strained. I watched my dad love her to her last day on this earth. My dad was right there. My dad would go to work for 12 hours, come back, and love my mom and never complain. And she knew my dad loved her to death. I saw real love when I saw how my father cared for my mother. I saw that. There was never a strain. I had a wonderful childhood. I wouldn't take nothing back.
Mr. Nelson didn't say she had a strained relationship. He doesn't know her. She took everything he said and just made it so personal and made it look like he was stating facts that he knew them personally or something. But he never said anything. This stuff she's saying, he didn't say all this stuff.
And why does she always bring up her mother and always accuse people of attacking her mother?
Because when she says that, then you can't question her. And she don't even have to say because she told the same lie on me. And I'm like, well, okay, did anybody think to ask, well, what did she say about your mom that was so bad? What did she say about your mother? But all she says is she keep bringing up my mother or talking about my deceased mother. Okay, saying what? She never had to even explain. Nobody will say, well, what'd she say? Where's the video? She don't have to show anything. But I mean, that's her go-to. And I learned that after I started investigating her. I learned that's her go-to. And it was some ladies on Twitter who were I think I saw like one or two posts at least that were talking about her mom, but they knew her. They knew that that's what she used as like a weapon. She weaponizes it, so they do it on purpose. But I'm not even gonna do it on purpose. I don't need to. Her mom got nothing to do it with us. But don't lie on me saying I'm talking about her deceased. What did I say about her deceased mother? But that's her go-to when she's losing an argument or when she's feeling like she needs some kind of support. She needs some support. Her page is dry. She'll come and say, "Oh, at least 50 women, 50 all black women talk about my deceased mama this year." Like, okay. I mean, at 40 years old, it's time to block the people then. Like, what are we doing? Like, nobody even know anything about this lady. But you're making up all these lies, and it's always what? A black woman did that, black woman did that. It's not true. She's just lying. And it's sickening for somebody to use somebody's that's deceased as a way to get out of an argument, or a way to kind of win an argument or something. That's just disgusting to me. Just why would you lie like that? I wouldn't lie to my mama like that. But yeah, that's what she does.
Got to be more
It made me
careful.
strong today. And I never once said I was better than anybody. But I had suffered a lot as a child. Losing your mother, and then losing your grandmother on your mother's birthday the next year, and then your uncle dying like that shortly after of an overdose. You see things like that as a kid, and you still don't get help. Then you have a coach that didn't like you and knew that you were going to be a star, knew that you were going to get accepted to a lot of D1 colleges, take basketball away from you your last year because he was jealous of you. But it's okay.
Oh, damn, everybody jealous, ain't it? Everybody jealous. Her basketball coach was even jealous. This was how long ago? 30 years ago, well, almost 20 something years ago. Like, so everybody is jealous. This is what it is. Everybody hate her, everybody's jealous of her. Okay.
That's a narcissistic attitude.
That's what I said. And that's not diagnosing. That's what she said about Mr. Nelson too. Like, Mr. Nelson's an actual licensed therapist, but he wasn't diagnosing. He knows not to do anything to jeopardize his licenses. He has a family and a practice and a program that he helps youth in the state of New Jersey, giving them counseling. So he's not going to risk his licenses to quote unquote diagnose anyone. That's what she told everybody online, that he was diagnosing her. And he talked about her deceased mama, said they had a strained relationship. It's a general thing, like even somebody who's not even licensed, that when you lose a parent at a young age, there are some things, that some characteristics sometimes that you may grow up with if you don't get the proper treatment. I mean, I've just seen it in real life, but I'm not a clinician. I don't know. I'm just saying what I've seen and what I've experienced, and I can understand. But like, she just make one thing and just take it and goes the other way. Like, nobody even think like that but her.
I learned from that. I had a therapist and a life coach. My life coach was more personal than my therapist. My therapist would say, "Oh, do these hours, you can't do this and do that." Okay. But the life coach was there. The life coach was there. And I don't even know if that person went to school for it, but they called himself a coach. You feel me? I didn't care. The way they made me feel, it worked. It kept me from losing my head. I had people in my life every day that were life coaches and want to be, and you have some people that would want to be therapists, trying to tell you what they think from their point of view, and they didn't know shit. Right? I had people in my life that was there for me. All those traumas I dealt with. Then after dealing with all that, you're in an abusive relationship. So all the things that I went through is why I'm strong today. It's why I can tell people my experience. And I'm not saying it to say I'm better than you. I want you to know I lived there too. I used to live there too. I don't live there anymore. I left.
I don't see there was any help. It seems like she don't respect the licensed therapists. She already said they don't know shit. Like, okay, all of them none of them know anything, have enough to help, but I feel like she just don't respect licensed people, period. People who are professionals, because she attacked me. I'm a professional in cybersecurity. Nelson's a licensed therapist. Shauna's a licensed insurance agent. Like, people who have clean backgrounds and professionals, she don't respect it. She feel like we jealous for some reason because she get more clients than Nelson and he's licensed. Like, okay, you shouldn't be dealing with people who have trauma as a life coach. It just is what it is.
I'm in a new space in my life. So sometimes when you're talking to your clients, you tell them a little bit about your life, it helps build that rapport. So they know that you are just like them. I'm not better than you because I have 4 college degrees. I'm still human. If you cut me, I promise you I'm gonna bleed too. Because you got people with all these credentials that don't know shit, that still report the wrong information. And then you start to question, well, did you really? I mean, Rhoda was going for a PhD. And look at the scam she ran on people. So is she better because she almost had a PhD? Just because you have a license or a degree don't make you better than somebody else. It's how you use it that makes you a good person. But if you're using your license to talk about evil and to talk about people in a negative light, then what are you really doing, sir? You feel me? That's all I'm saying, guys. I didn't know who Gary was after today. Yesterday, I didn't know who he was. I knew who he was today. That's why I did this last minute show. So to those who stuck on and listened, I just want you guys to know that I never come off as being a licensed therapist. I've always said I am a life coach. I cannot diagnose. I can recommend. I always say that. I always say that. If it's something beyond my scope, I will recommend. I've always said that. But he never played that clip. He was only looking for clips to kind of make it seem like I'm evil. Y'all know I'm not evil. Y'all know I'm a good person, right? I just know that there's people that I speak to now that went through so many therapists and they didn't get nothing out of it. But out of my first session, they feel new. And you don't even feel, you're not supposed to feel new after the first one. It takes a while. So I'm just saying, guys, just because they have a license and they're in therapy doesn't mean that they're great. If he has all these credentials, why doesn't he have a bigger reach? Come on, guys.
For those of you who don't know, and I believe everybody who's watching that's not in the clouds being messy, a licensed therapist is licensed in a particular state, and they know they can't practice outside of that state. They could be licensed in more than one state, but they have to only practice in those particular states. What are we talking about? This is what do I have to explain that? You can't. So if say Nelson is licensed in the state of New Jersey, he cannot practice in Alabama. He cannot practice in any other state outside of New Jersey. If he have a license in Illinois or Alabama, he can practice in those states. Yes, but he cannot just get online and take calls from people who got trauma, giving them advice, giving them therapy. Now he can probably do consultation, but he can't give you actual. You can't be his client if you're not in the state that he's licensed in.
Yeah, because that could be what is considered on the federal side an interstate crime, crossing borders.
Crossing the line, right? Exactly. But she's online saying that why don't he have a better reach because he's so licensed? Well, Miss Double Masters, you can be licensed only in certain states.
No. Quadruple degrees.
Well, she said she got 4 degrees, but she has a double master's. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hi, polite AF. I'm going to say the AF out loud. And you said educated from qualified programs, right? And life coaches can take a seminar, right? It's Am
I speaking to myself? Thank you too, Steven. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Slick Man, Steven, Norma, JJ, thank you guys. Because they look at y'all like you guys are these crazy people that would kill for me.
Well, there were people who were stalking me for her. And there's one person who's her subscriber came to my comment section on someone else's channel saying that I better leave her alone before I get hurt. What do you call that?
I don't need anyone that follows me to do anything like that for me. I got a team that will handle the legal stuff, handle the things if my life is being threatened. I have a team. I'm not scared. I feel bad for those people who keep thinking they can play with me. I do, because they don't know what they're getting into. But if I'm a fake and I'm a fraud, why are you giving this fraud so much energy? Him saying he's going to report me, I'm not going anywhere. I promise you guys, I'm not going anywhere because I haven't done anything wrong. So if you want to make a threat to try to ruin my livelihood, bring it. I promise you, Gary, you have more to lose than me. I promise you. I promise you have more to lose than me.
Yeah, he does have more to lose than her. I don't know if she realized how that sounded, but yeah.
I promise. That MVP program you got, it will go right down into the shits.
See how this is a program that he has to help, youth in the state of New Jersey. But this is what she's attacked. She attacked all of that. His family. She brought his. I didn't play the part about the wife. Brought her wife's name up and how many kids they got, where they live, how their house look, his practice. She attacked everything. But what is she? And he's actually doing work in the community, work in the church, got a whole family, a wife and kids, black man, black woman, black children, and he's working in the community. What is she doing besides getting online, terrorizing other black people? Under the guy holding them accountable.
What she did there was straight up defamation.
Right. And see, this is only a clip. She did 3 videos I want to say one was 3 hours, one was 4 hours, but I know at least 3 hour live streams on Mr. Nelson, threatening him and his practice and his family. These are just clips because we're trying to, just get right to the point. But it's ridiculous. And like she got it on, the videos are on private now. So if you feel like what you said was right, why are they on private? She put them on private after the reports were filed against her, as if we didn't already have the copies. But see, all this talking she's been doing, and she has yet to retract anything. And her subscribers not going to make her retract anything. They're not going to even ask her about any updates. What happened in court? Because you talk about court, she talking about court and having our mugshot everywhere for months. Then now what? She lost in all those cases, and she got more she's gonna lose. And what she's gonna say? They're not gonna ask her for any updates. And she's just gonna slide on by like nothing happened, find somebody else to harass and make posts about them, put their pictures up, make fun of them about how they're overweight, high calorie, whatever, single bitter, whatever she like to do. The same thing. And like nothing ever happened.
Fucking with me, because someone that says that they're an advocate and that they're promised that MVP program you got, it will go right down into the shits. Fucking with me, because someone that says that they're an advocate and a therapist and they're talking down on a black woman and bringing up her dead mother, I'm sure your clients will be like, oh yeah, we're good, because that's gonna bring negative energy your way, and you're supposed to be helping us. That's how people look at life. So what Gary did was he put his foot in his own mouth. That's all he did. So yeah, guys, that's all I got to say. I want to tell you guys thank you. And thank you to those who, said, we know the truth, so we're not going to entertain it. I appreciate that. Just know that Gail at Night is doing everything she can to ruin me, because I blocked her everywhere and it made her mad. Remember, I blocked her on October the 3rd. She started talking shit on October the 11th. 8 days went by. And now all of a sudden Gail is mad. It was 8 days of nothing.
And that's a lie. I blocked her. And if she sent me messages on October 13th, and then I blocked her on my phone too then. So yeah, she's just lying. But clearly she can see what I'm posting on Facebook and what I'm posting on my YouTube channel. So if I'm blocked, what is she doing? How does she see what I'm posting and not posting? Through her troll accounts that she lies about that she don't have. She still does that.
So that just tells you who's more mad at who. When I blocked her, I went on with my life and she started running her mouth. So I need y'all to know that that was my intention, to block her and keep going. I was so disappointed in what she did to me, I wasn't even going to entertain her until she started talking about me. So guys, please understand that it really affected me.
Right. Her false sense of importance is in a dumpster fire level. Absolutely. It's just weird. Yeah, it sounds like you really hurt her feelings.
Delusional. She's utterly delusional. She believes in her own hype and her own lies to the point that they seem real to her.
Mm-hmm. So I think she must believe herself. She say it and she sounds confident. But it's funny though, when there's a receipt out there that exists that debunks that.
Well, those types of people, truth have no effect on. If anything, they're enemies of the truth. Mm-hmm. So they will go counter to it. They want to be their own demigod. So they can feel superior over others. She likes to be over others. She likes to judge others, the queen of accountability. Who made you God? Judge not, lest ye be judged. And that's what's happening. She's going around judging people. Now people are judging her.
Mm-hmm. And what's also weird is the things that she's judging them for, she is or has done herself. Because
Oh, yes. I mentioned that earlier in the chat. A lot of the things that she mentions, she is guilty of herself. And I've seen this over the years, dealing with people that are, either troublemakers or receiving trouble. The troublemakers oftentimes are accusers of their own conduct.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And I've seen that a lot here recently in her own statements versus what other people are saying about her. She's guilty of what she accuses
Right.
a lot of times.
And she holds people, well, usually holds Black women accountable for making false accusations against Black men. But look what she just did to me and Nelson and Shauna and Ty and, like Aaron.
She really blew up Aaron.
Yeah, just making false accusations and nothing to back it up. Nothing to back it up. Just spewing out a bunch of stuff to make it sound good, and folks just running with it. And this is why I said on my other live stream, you can't go off of how large someone's platform is. They're not necessarily reputable. They don't necessarily do no research. They don't necessarily have integrity.
Well, I give you an example. MTR.
Exactly.
That's a perfect case for what you just said, because he didn't do no research and gave her that platform to destroy. It's so bad when I see his thumbnails, my stomach turns. I don't even watch him no more. And I used to like him.
Yeah, and what's sad is like, back when they did that video about Aaron calling him a scammer, the day before, I sent MTR his LLC proving that he's a plumber and telling him that he has licenses. Like, if the least you could have done is not call him a scammer.
Exactly.
And I sent a $1 cash app. Everybody knows who I moderate for. They know if they're doing a show on a certain topic and I may have some information on it, I'll email it to them. And I send them a $1 cash app saying, hey, check your email. Because I know we get tons of email. So if I let you know right away, hey, you check your email, you got something coming from me on this topic that can help you or whatever. Everybody knows that when I moderate. They know, okay, Gail send you $1. It's not a donation. It's just a message for you to go look at right now. And so I sent a $1 cash app, and I also sent the email with his information, with his LLC information on it, showing that he was a plumber. And I also told him a text message that he's licensed. But the next day, what does he do? Drop a video with Daphne saying that he's a scammer. On what? How? I mean, just consider the thing, you don't have any proof that he's a scammer. So the least thing you want to do is say something like that. He doesn't owe us any documentation. He don't have to give us anything.
But if you're going to make a claim, and if it's not readily known, then you should have some type of proof.
So, and no one has provided any receipts showing that he was scamming. Now, the throwing the money in the club, that's distasteful, but it's not scamming.
No.
His behavior may be not something you like. I think he'll do too much. That's his business. Somebody might like it. That's not scamming. You know, because I work in fraud. I'm a fraud investigator for 12 years. Like, you just can't just spew stuff out like that.
Right.
Even though, I mean, and we already seen his criminal record. He already discussed that stuff
openly.
What are we talking about? You just don't like him? Because I see that a lot. Oh, I don't like you. So whatever somebody who say something bad about you, I'm gonna believe it. And I'm gonna spread it. A dog taking a bone. And it's okay to it's done to you.
And I'm quite sure she didn't like his bravado, the way he stood up for himself.
Oh no, that's a problem. You see the way
especially in our day and time now, you know, they got most men neutered. They can't even speak.
Mm-hmm. Like that's a really big problem for her. You stand up for yourself and you respond, like with me and Nelson and Shauna, everybody who she put those stalking no contact orders on. When we responded and we fought back, oh, it was a problem. Now she got to go and tell everybody we talking about her dead mom. We all just got to make a bunch of lies up. Cause she got to go run to the court. Like that's all she had. Like she can't stand for you to defend yourself. Defending yourself is an attack. It's harassment to her. How dare you defend yourself? Let me defame you and lie on you and ruin your reputation. Don't you say anything.
Well, that's an attribute of a narcissist. They do not want to be undermined at any point. Whatever they say, but they believe it's the gospel, and you have no right to say nothing against it.
Exactly. Now, she told the judge to her face, Judge Jimenez, that if they don't stop talking about me, I'm going to be right back down here. We are content creators. If she wouldn't
wait a minute.
Yeah.
If they can talk about the president, who are you?
We talk about God too. Whether
Exactly.
good or bad, we can. And see, I don't use my platform to defame nobody's character. I show receipts. And I wouldn't, she just brought it on herself. If she had left me alone after I cut her off, she should have just left me alone. But she brought this on a public platform. She brought it to the public. I did.
This is one of the reasons why I don't do public.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
Based on, the information and knowledge I had for the last 40 years, could help a lot of people publicly. But these are the type of things you run into. I do all of my work on the private.
Mm-hmm.
I have several private platforms. I teach privately. We do it with agreements that everything stays private because of nonsense like this.
Right.
That's why I use the name Private Nobody. I'm private. I'm private, and I don't consider myself above anybody else. Private Nobody. Because public get you in trouble.
Yeah, that's true. That's what it's been. It's like it's unnecessary though. Like people should be able to speak freely, as long as you're not defaming anyone or threatening anybody. People should be able to speak freely and get their opinion on things.
Yeah, but in this day and age, from the government on down, they making that hard to do. Mm-hmm. They're trying to stifle people, and people don't see what's going on because this neutering and muting people is basically people giving up their rights.
Right.
The freedom of speech, the First Amendment, is almost gone. It's almost gone.
Mm-hmm.
And when you stifle thought, when you stifle speech, you're getting ready to come under a tyrannical government. Communist is almost here. We've definitely been socialist for a long time. Mm-hmm. A lot of people didn't see that. But we're knocking on the door of communists. And I will say that if Kamala wins, that probably will usher in the outright communist rule.
Oh, wow.
It's that deep.
Can you remember how they censored us when we were doing during the C-19 time? You couldn't even talk about it. They'll get shut down, or they'll, yeah.
That was part of it. That was part of it. Mm-hmm. The whole C-19 thing was a test. They wanted to see how the public reacted, and they failed. The people failed. And then it was only a few that stood up. They tried to knock them down, but the truth wound up coming out. This was all a farce. But it was a test, and the people failed. So now that's going to give those that are controlling and the elite the opportunity to go further, to suppress the people, because that's what they want. They cannot. Oh, look at Before the Billions. I haven't heard of him in a while.
Yeah, happy birthday. It's his birthday too, Private Nobody.
Oh, happy birthday, Before the Billions. Yeah, so that's in motion, and this trying to squelch speech that she's jumping on, she's trying to be part of that program to shut people down. And that's what's going on. And, people have to wake up and see what's going on, because we're going down a road that, it's going to be against us, where you have the few lording over what you can and cannot do. And this is a big one too. Soon as they make the money system without cash and the government has oversight over your account, you're done. All you got to do is look up what they did in China. China as a whole is a test case also. They want China for around the world. What China is doing, they want that for around the world. So if you want to know what's coming, look at China. And a lot of it's already here.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was on mute. Polite AL says, what was a test? Talking about it or the C19 itself?
It's several levels. They took advantage to do multiple things through that trial. And it's some things I can't speak on this platform.
Right.
But overall, it was a test regarding the people, a test regarding what they put into the people, and the reactions. By the way, they didn't expect those reactions to happen so quickly. Mm-hmm. They had planned for 3 to 5 years before people start falling. And it was a test for other reasons, where what they were implanting into people through that. So it's several things going on at the same time. I got 2 minutes and I got to bail out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm closing anyway.
Yeah. So, just keep your eyes open about when they try to introduce new things, and think about what's going on before you commit to it. I didn't commit to it. I didn't commit to anything. Believe it or not, and this will probably be my last word, in order for the government, corporations, or any other legal fiction entity to have authority over you, you have to consent. Without consent, they cannot act. Mm-hmm. Without consent, you cannot act. And like I had mentioned earlier, by failure to deny is deemed an admission. Mm-hmm. Failure to object to what they're trying to do would be consent. The consent of the majority of the people are quiet, so that the government is given quiet consent to do what they're doing. But if you object, and if you look at the federal registry for any law that's to be passed, they give the public an opportunity to speak against it. And number two, after it's passed, you can object to it as a conscientious objector, so it doesn't fall on you if you're required to do something. I objected to that. I did not consent, and I do not consent. Mm-hmm. Here's the paperwork.
Okay.
And with that, I bid everybody farewell and good night.
Good night, Private Nobody. Thank you for coming up. We do consent to a lot without even knowing it. We don't even think about it.
That's true.
Even our privacy on these cell phones, we want to use this new app. We just want to get the app, and we're not reading the stuff. It's super long. We're not reading it though. We're consenting to them being able to peep into everything in our phone. We're giving consent to delete, to see, to edit, and do all that stuff to use this app. But
that is true.
But I forgot to I failed to shout out Shauna Ward. She has it's a Kindle Vella. It's on Amazon called Shadow Doxing. I'm not sure how many chapters she has out, but I know she has up to 5 chapters. Be sure to go over there and check that out. called Shadow Doxing on Amazon. It's available on Amazon Kindle. And also be sure to go and follow excuse me, Nikki versus Nicole on Facebook. She was up here earlier. I don't know, she fell off. Maybe her phone died. She might have been at work. You know how we be doing. Should be at work and we on social media. But go and follow Nikki versus Nicole on Facebook.
Okay, I would definitely check out Shauna. I don't do Facebook anymore.
You gonna do Facebook? Okay.
Yeah, because they done got really bad.
Yeah, I'm barely on there. I'm on most of my family is on there. So like when we get ready to do like events for like family reunions or just like a reunion, any kind of little something, funeral, birth, something like that, we'll make sure we communicate there. But I'm like on and off. I'll go and peek in and peek out. I'm trying to do better, but it takes a lot of time out of my day to be on social media all day. So
yeah, if you don't watch it, it will take up your day.
Take up your whole day. Yeah.
Yep.
So all right.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Probably Nobody, for coming up and giving us that wealth of knowledge, sharing your knowledge on the legal perspective.
Okay, no problem. And hope to do it again.
Yeah, look forward to it.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
You have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, y'all. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. And if you're on the replay, thank you for coming through and staying through to what we got, a little bit over 2.5 hours of your time. I hope you got something from this live stream. And if you have any questions regarding the situation, be sure to send me an email at gailatnight@gmail.com. My information is in my About tab if you forget that email address. So that will be all for tonight. I do appreciate everybody who came up. Shout out to Shauna Ward that came up earlier. Shout out to Nikki versus Nicole from Facebook. Be sure to go over there and check out Shauna's content on Vela on Amazon Kindle, and follow Nikki on Nikki versus Nicole on Facebook. Good night, you guys.
Early in the morning, me and my lady fight. Fussing and she cussing cause I'm up all night. I'm with Gail, catching all hell. But see, I won't tell. I'm sneaking, sending her emails. Thinking I'm a lie, got nothing to hide. All I did was tune in, then I hit subscribe. She getting real jealous, all the travel bros get us. Got to tune in and tell us. Gail got all of the fellas. I wipe my feet. I'm here for Gail at night. I pay my bills. I'm here